old big orange cap removed. So that's a 6800 microfarad 25 volt cap, and we've replaced it with that 10,000 microfarad 35 volt cap for my pinballs. So surmising negative lug there goes to the green, which is the negative from the bridge rectifier. So hopefully my gas logic's right, and I'm not going to go up with a puff of smoke. Okay, so that's let's put those on. I've left this wire off, which went to the coil interface board for now, just to see how I get on. I've put a 2.5 amp slow blow in the main power switch. There was a 5 amp in there, which is the recommendation for the US voltage, 115 volt. 2.5 amp says for 230 volt, so I'll see what happens. I think we're pretty much ready to plug it in and see what happens, guys. All the fuses have been replaced for the correct values. The new caps on the 12 volt DC. I haven't put the line filter in yet. I'm just going to see what happens when I turn it on. I've got a spare one. So yeah, I'm going to plug it in and turn it on, guys. This is huge. There's nothing connected, so all of the looms are unplugged and hanging off over there. So when we plug it in, all I'm going to be checking for, I will unplug that one as well. I'm just going to be checking for voltages off the bridge rectifiers to make sure the transformers are operating correctly and giving us the correct voltages, and we'll check the bridges as well. I've got 3 new bridge rectifiers should any of those need replacing, or I'll probably just do it anyway. But I just want to see what results we're getting before I touch anything. Wish me luck. There you go, gang. So I've plugged a normal light bulb also into the same extension lead, because I'm not really sure how I'm going to know if it's on or off. So if it turns on and blows that, that light goes off, I'll know that we've tripped something. That's my little logic. So mate, I don't think I've ever been so nervous in my life. Right, okay, let's plug it in. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Now I don't know if the switch is on or not, you see, so can't hear or smell anything. Or am I imagining things? Okay. Right. Next one, under cab switch. Ready? Set. Don't know if that came on or not. Well folks, I don't know what just happened there. I don't know whether I'm on or off. Bear with me. Well, we haven't gone up in smoke anyway. Okay, transformers are humming, as you expect the transformer to. So that is pleasing. So we haven't blown a fuse anywhere. So there's 2.5 slow blow in there. I don't know what's in the plug, to be honest. But yeah, I'm now going to read up quickly how to measure the voltage on the bridge rectifiers and come back and do that. Me again. Right, I'm confused. I've just... Hang on, let me turn you around. Don't know why I even done this. Sorry. So I've just turned the machine on and metered the bridge rectifiers. So I'm taking a ground from this ground plate here, and I'm having the positive lead on the positive tab here, which is the dive bomb bar wasp, which is a DC out effectively, and I'm getting 17 volt on that, which is good because that's a 16 volt. It's meant to be 12 volt. I'm getting 17, which I don't think is too wildly out of spec, is it? I don't know. But this is meant to be 24 volt, and I'm getting 272 volts. That can't be right. And this one is 6 volt, I'm getting 24 volt. So these two seem to be way out of spec. Yeah, I'm checking the on diode test as per a video I watched, Pinball Help video, and checking the across the tabs, and they're all sort of showing within spec. So I'm completely flummoxed at the moment. I certainly wouldn't want to be plugging anything in to those connectors to the board at the moment and putting 270 volts through it. I'll speak to the Oracle and come back to you. Right, folks, so you join me at the inaugural switch on. I say that we have turned it on and measured some voltages from the transformer. I've been in deep conversations with Jim Askey as he tries to coach me through this. So basically the bridge rectifier there has got the correct AC voltage coming in, but according to my multimeter it's got some obscure voltage coming out, which doesn't seem possible. So what we've done now is on connector A2J1, with it unplugged from the power supply, we've just measured that we do have 60 volt AC and the 12 volt DC coming out of it, which we do. So theoretically we're good to go. So if I now I've plugged that in, I'm just going to turn it on for the first time, and we're going to see which LEDs and which voltages we get, or if indeed we fry the board. So here goes. There's obviously no ground on there. Don't know if that makes any odds, but here we go. I'm going to turn it on. Ready for a fire. Good. So we've got 5 volt, 9 volt, 12 volt, 60 volt LEDs on. Happy days. I'll just try and show that. 5 volt, 8 volt, 12 volt, 60, looks like, yeah, 60 volt. Good. Right, quickly turn that off. So that's reassuring. I will report back. Next stage. Okay, so plugged in there, got our voltages, and all I've done is I've just metered all the pins as per the manual A2J3, and I've got nice clean, pretty much excuse me, bang on voltages. On pin 1 I've got my 60 volt, pin 3 42, and pins 6 and 7 5 volt DC. So that's all reassuring for when I plug the other boards in. So this is the mystery we're talking about for the 24 volt DC bridge. Just looking at the schematic, and so A12J3 pin 6 should have 24 volt DC. So I've just checked continuity between pin 6 and the tab on the bridge, and that's all good. So with the power on now, with my lead in pin 6, and if I just take a ground, that's what we're getting, volts DC. It's a head scratcher. Right, gang. I've just powered the machine on with the soundboard power supply plugged in, and if I've read the schematic correctly, you obviously must have an input and an output on this same connector, and it comes out to A6J1, which then goes into the soundboard, and I'm getting well, plus and negative 12 volt DC, and where I'm supposed to have 30 volt DC, I'm getting 23, which is by my reading of the schematics comes from the 24 volt DC bridge in a roundabout way, and yeah, so that all seems in spec to me, so I think we're good. I think everything's going to work fine when we plug it in, that's the bottom line, so good news.